So again, I have to solve this for y. So my first equation is 4x plus 3y equals 17. And I'm supposed to solve this for y, so I'm going to draw my line down the middle, label my sides, y is on one side, everything else on the other. So to get y by itself, the first thing I need to move is this 4x. And when it moves to the other side, it's going to become a minus 4x. So I have 3y equals 17 minus 4x. And to get y completely alone, I have to divide everything by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3, and I get y equals 17 divided by 3 minus 4/3 x, or 4 divided by 3x. So before I take the time to graph this equation, I'm going to go ahead and solve the second equation, negative 8x minus 6y equals 34. So I'm going to draw my line, label my sides as y's and everything else. So the first thing I need to get rid of is this minus 8x. So I move it to the other side, it becomes a plus 8x. So that's gone, and I now have negative 6y equals 34 plus 8x. And then to get rid of the negative 6 that's multiplied by y, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 6. And on the left side, these cancel, so I'm left with y equals. A positive 34 divided by a negative 6 is going to be a negative. Technically, it is 34 over 6. We're going to reduce that in a second. And a positive 8 divided by a negative 6 is a negative. We're going to leave it as 8 over 6 for right now. And then we're going to go ahead and reduce both of those. So when I reduce negative 34 over positive 6, I can divide both those by 2, and I get negative 17 over 3. And then if I divide a negative 8 by 6, I'm going to reduce that, and I'm going to get a negative 4/3 x. So what I want you to notice about these two is that if you were to look at their slopes, remember the slope is the number in front of x. This one has a slope of negative 4/3, and this one has a slope of negative 4/3. So they have the same slope. But let's look at their y-intercepts. So the y-intercepts, recall, are the numbers that are by themselves. Well, this one is positive 17 over 3, and this one is negative 17 over 3. So those those y-intercepts are different. So they have the same slope, but different y-intercepts. That means when we graph these two lines, because of this criteria, these lines are going to be parallel. And one's going to cross somewhere up here, and the other one is going to cross somewhere down here, and they're going to be parallel. If the lines are parallel, that means there is no solution. So that is the final answer to this problem, is there is no solution.